Yeah, that's all right.
You'll have to do it. It'll be alright because we do an experiment anyway, aren't we?
Jar. Right, let's change them.
So, just for the YouTube video, we're going to be doing our version of the Ganzfeld experiment, which helps us tune in more to whatever's out there.
Jar.
We'll be putting a blindfold on, we'll be flashing a red strobe into our eyes, and we'll be playing white noise into our ears. We've had great success with this, so we'll be doing it shortly. Tony's just preparing the tablet for the other social media platform.
Bing! There you go. Do you want to try that with my fisheye lens on it?
Hello, sir. How are you? Paranormal investigator, how are you doing? We're going to be trying an experiment shortly. I should have put more in the description, but we was just rushing. We're going to be doing the Ganzfeld, or our version of the Ganzfeld experiment shortly. We're just going to say hi to everybody on the social media platforms.
Oh, I can't find it anywhere. Bugger.
So, I know it's kind of a short screen, but it'll be one of us at a time doing this experiment. The lights will go down, there'll be a red strobe flashed in our face. You'll understand in a minute when we do it.
You'll get it, you'll get the gist. That's
So we're just going live now on our other platform.
Tell me what I haven't done.
So has anybody got any paranormal related questions they'd like to ask while we're just waiting for the list to populate? Nana Tracy says, hello, you're two handsome beasts. Excellent. So, Tony, do you want to explain to the guys watching on YouTube what we did last week with the experiment?
Well, yeah. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with the Ganzfeld experiment. It's German for open field, and it literally does, by flooding your senses, it kind of gives you this this open field of vision, because it actually numbs all your senses. Your brain gets used to it and kind of shuts your vision off and shuts your hearing off and gives an open channel to anything else that may want to come through. And we've had some really good success with this. In fact, last Sunday when we did it, I mean, you can see it in some of the videos. It's gone up on the other social media. It's gone up on TikTok. They're going on YouTube, the video from last week. Mark was coming out with all these things about the bridge. Just for a little bit of point of information, I live on the front of the Humber estuary in the East Riding of Yorkshire, and the Humber Bridge is literally there, just outside my window. And it's a kind of like a suicide hotspot.
Just going to share on your group page. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it.
Oh, wonderful! Thank you. Yeah, and unfortunately, it's a bit of a suicide hotspot. And Mark, while he was partaking in the Ganzfeld experiment, was coming out with these things. Oh, there's been a jumper. There's been a jumper. Well, we find out at the end of the night that somebody had actually jumped from the bridge. And all these things were correlating, but we were actually kind of messing around and taking pictures with our thermal camera, our handheld thermography device.
I wouldn't say messing about. We
Well,
just taking pictures around.
Snapping a few pics.
As we was in the experiment, Tony took pictures around me and I took them around him and what's around us in the room.
Jar. But I've got this new mirror, which one of my neighbours left out. Free to a good home, anybody want a mirror? And it's a bloody great big thing, and it's really nice. So it's got a beveled edge and like a gold frame. I thought, I'm having that. And we caught an anomaly in the camera. Well, one of Mark's photos that he took a picture of the mirror, and he actually verbalises this on the live feed. Why would anybody want to give a nice big mirror like that away. I mean, it looks new, doesn't it? It's got that nice beveled edge. It weighs a bloody ton. And we catch an apparition in the mirror, which is really quite interesting, you know. So
It will be going up on YouTube maybe tonight or tomorrow night. Tony will upload it.
yeah, I mean, the video went on the other platform earlier today. It took. Hi, Kaz, how you doing? Great to see you in. It took ages to edit because I had to do it on my computer because the software I've got on my phone couldn't handle it. It was a file that was like over 2 hours long, and but it got done. It got done. But yeah, what a good live that was. So we're gonna see if we can kind of repeat it tonight. Yeah.
We're just going to wait while we populate on both social media platforms. So if anyone has any paranormal related questions they would like to ask on YouTube or on TikTok, please fire away in the comment section
Or any stories.
and we'll do our best. Any of your experiences, let us know.
That's right. That's right. Let us know. Put it up there and we'll have a good chat about it because this is the way we learn as well. Just want to say hello to all the people who are populating on the TikTok feed. Great to see you in. This is absolutely wonderful. Don't forget, tap that screen, guys. I can't see much tapping going on. Tut, tut, tut.
And if you're over on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and follow us.
Yeah. And look at our vids. Check our page out and look at our videos because it's all great homegrown paranormal content and we've had some right captures. Yeah.
Just to let you guys know, we did a live stream from the Demon Church on Friday evening.
Skidbrook.
Yeah, Kaz says she wasn't able to find us on Friday. It was a bit later on, Kaz. We did it about, was it 10?
I think it started round about
10:40?
10:30, something like that. It was a bit of a late one.
We went round the outside of the church with the live, then we went on the inside, and then I gave the live stream to Rachel, and then Rachel gave me it back, and then I set it up on the floor. Funny enough, Barbara sent me a message saying, I can hear footsteps on your live stream around the camera, and this is right before the camera suddenly got a battery drain and just went off.
Yeah, that happened a little bit too quick. But there was one point in the night, do you know, that place is okay if you're all happy and jolly in it and this, that and the other. As soon as you start getting serious and start to invite something and that little bit of fear comes in and you think, oh, right, the atmosphere's changed now. And don't that atmosphere feel weird when it changes in that place? And it really does, because we felt it change and then we changed the atmosphere again by acting a completely different way. And I'm just sure it's not us imagining it because it felt like that.
If we PU everyone on TikTok, they'll get notifications. Somebody said on YouTube. Sorry, I missed the rest of it. Was it
all right? Okay.
Nana Tracy or somebody? What does that mean? PU? Private?
PU? I don't know. Polyurethane?
So, what was you saying?
Yeah, I'm just talking about the creation of the atmosphere in that place when things start to happen. Because you were hearing church bells, weren't you? When we'd all gathered in the middle of the church, all in the dark, we turned the light off.
And Rachel couldn't hear it though, that was strange. But it wasn't really clear church bells, it was like distant church bells. But it was only when we stood there with all the lights off and we invited whatever was there to come in.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, that's when fear starts kicking in, and fear manifests
energy,
other stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when it started happening. Then as soon as we put the lights on and started talking normal again, it calmed down. So one of our theories is, everyone, all your followers will get noticed. Is that on TikTok or YouTube?
That's YouTube. Yeah. All right. Okay. Sometimes we do forget.
Yeah, we do. We haven't done many lives on YouTube. We're going to hit YouTube really big next year after Christmas.
Yeah.
We've been mainly concentrating on the TikTok channel. Now that's going really well, so we're going to boost the YouTube up. That's the next project. So all these little tips really do come in handy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are always doing something behind the scenes as PSI to I don't know, just to try and further the field, really, with good level-headed investigations, or as level-headed as it as it can go. Also, in the new year, we haven't had much chance to play around with these. These are special. I'm not going to tell you what they're made of, but the special filters we had made, and I had to order these all the way from China. And it cuts out a certain spectrum of light. So we're going to be working with different camera filters, such as these, and different lighting options. We can tell you what they are. They're just going to be filter gel papers, like theatrical light colour papers on the front of lamps. Just to see if filming things in different spectrums will get different results, and I think it will, because this is based on some old research that's out there, and it's supposed to aid you seeing the human aura and actually open your spiritual eyes. But you really need to look through these filters. You've got to train your eyes with them first. Now, I know Mark's got one, so before we actually start experimenting with these, we're going to have to go through like a couple of months of training. Actually training our eyes to see through this certain colour filter, which that's going to be interesting. I think we're going to have some interesting results there, because the original guy who did it, I'm not going to give any spoilers away at this point, but the original guy who did it said he had great success. I mean, you're going back into the 1950s. Said he had great success with this. But you can't recreate the actual kind of glass that you need, but we've got the nearest we could.
We've come very close to it.
Yes.
So if you are on TikTok, start tapping the screens, guys. Give us those thumbs up and send those hearts up the screen, and share it by pressing your finger on the screen and holding it, and you get a drop down list. Send it to your friends. If you're over on YouTube, please share this video anywhere you can.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's very important for the page.
We've got to keep reminding you, haven't we?
I know.
Only because we're that interesting, you forget.
It's our fault that we don't remind you enough. We are remiss.
We normally start at 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock now.
Cool.
The lists over on the TikTok social media channel is just starting to populate. YouTube is always slow with us, but that's good.
Kaz has just got the invite to watch us.
Excellent.
Kaz is always on the ball. She should be a moderator, really, shouldn't she?
Kaz is a mod. So what we're going to do is the experiment we did last week, because we had quite a bit of success with that. I thought we did anyway.
Yeah, that was one spooky time. Yeah, it was. We both had to at the end of our time doing the experiment, we both had to whip the headsets off, because it just gets a bit too intense sometimes. It's not just white noise that you're listening to and a red strobe. It's things change. Things absolutely change. I don't know if anybody's. I think I might have mentioned this last Sunday as well. It's not actually sensory deprivation, because your senses are being bombarded, but your brain kind of reacts in the same way. And if any of you have seen the film Jacob's Ladder, that's all about sensory deprivation experiments, and it's just horrific. But they actually used to do this in the States to their soldiers. They used to put them under sensory deprivation, and it drove a few of them nearly mad.
Yeah, last week it actually helped me to see what was out there, if you know what I mean. On that plane, I could see between here and there, if you like. It sounds strange, but I could see what was coming.
It sounds like you were seeing some kind of, although I hate using the word, some kind of portal, because when you were actually describing it, I had a picture in my mind. I had a picture in my mind's eye, and I thought, yeah, wow, you just see those people in there.
There was in the distance.
Yeah.
But obviously the guy that jumped off the bridge, he was coming close, and there was the woman can't remember her name. Surname, was it Nicholson or something?
Nicholson. Yeah.
Was coming in from the right. Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, the video will be going up on YouTube in the next couple of days, so keep an eye on that if you're watching.
Very, very freaky. Very, very freaky.
It needs to be watched. I mean, it's not quite the same as if you was here, because we was taking part, so...
Oh, Kaz just says, I've seen the same process when the SAS were doing the training. Oh, yeah, with the white noise. And they were keeping people awake, weren't they? And it's just saying if they could take it mentally.
Sleep deprivation, it's not good for you.
It can continue you actually seriously do lally. Yeah, some of these bloody experiments, I don't know.
Yeah, your body needs a rest. But this was to... what part of the brain does it stimulate? I can't remember. Yeah, I'm tired. Stimulates part of your brain. Obviously, you're flooding, like Tony says, your eyes with this red strobe, and your ears you're having this white noise played into, which sounds like just static, innit? Basically,
yeah, it's like
static interference. And through this static, you can hear other things start coming through.
Cass says, yeah, it was a very hard process to watch.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't want to take part in a sleep deprivation. I mean, we've done it a few times practically, haven't we, on these investigations where we've had very little sleep.
We did that at the Ancient Ram Inn, sleep deprivation. I think we were investigating for how many hours straight?
8.5 hours.
Well, 8.5 hours straight investigation, which was great.
And
but we were tired.
That's on top of a 5.5 hour drive there and a
Hi,
5.5 hour drive back.
Great to see you in.
Hi, Debs. So, I don't know, I mean, we've not got many people on both platforms at the minute. Shall we start this experiment? And
Yeah,
as
I think
people
so.
start seeing that we're doing it, they'll stay and watch.
I think so. Right, let me just get
Bit of paper.
the book. Let me get the book. Because what we do is we don't make the mistake of not writing our questions and responses down because there's so much going on. I know this is going out on a live and we can save the live feeds, we can download them, but it's just great to have a rundown straight after you've done it, just so you can see what the conversation was.
TikTokers do be, but can't comment as it's subscribers only. Is it? That's why we're having problems, Tony. We didn't realise.
Oh,
it's Tony's fault. He was sorting that out.
yeah, sorry.
Can we get in the settings
didn't
while
check.
we're here?
I didn't check. Let's have a look because we've got to do something about this because this was going to be a normal.
Yeah, this was meant to
normal thing
be
tonight.
normal subscribe, normal, not just VIPs.
I'll tell you what, guys. What I'm going to do is stop the feed.
gonna
We'll be
stop it
straight
on-
back on with it because we can get into the doofries.
We're going to stop it on TikTok, but not on YouTube, because YouTube's just for everybody.
Jar.
But we'll
Right.
be back on TikTok in 2 minutes.
Absolutely. Stay where you are.
Technical issues. What can I say, Doobie?
Damn.
It's just telling us how many viewers we had on that independent viewers. 391 independent separate viewers, which is good, considering we didn't really do anything.
Right. Live. And I think it's down here somewhere. There we go. Sub only chats.
Yeah, turn that off.
That's
There we go.
off. Yeah, there
We've
we go.
got it.
Done.
I know, right, Debs? So, yeah, if you prefer TikTok, we're just doing the TikTok. The TikTok is done, it's on now. It's just pressing the go live button. You're both well, says Deb. Yeah, we're good, thank you, Debs. We've been busy over the weekend.
Yes.
We was out at the Demon Church again. We took our moderator Rachel with us. Hello everybody again on TikTok. You should all be able to comment now. If you
Finally.
can't, it's Tony's fault.
Yeah, but my fault totally. I was in charge of this one. That's what happens when I'm left in charge of something.
So let us know if you can't comment on TikTok and we'll try and change the settings again.
I think it'll be fine. I think it will be fine now. Kelly McLennan. Great to see you. Hey, all right, Kaz. Yeah, Kaz is back in. Excellent. Very good, very nice, as they say.
Debs has just come up on YouTube. People can comment now. Yeah, it's coming up now.
Yeah, it was couldn't before. Excellent. Well, we're pleased you can now.
We forgot to change the setting back from the VIP live stream from Friday. Hi again.
Debs is popping back in on TikTok.
Excellent.
Excellent. Hi again. Yeah, great to see all those comments. And we thought it was a little bit quiet. And I looked up, and before I realised no one was tapping the screen, I thought, what's going on?
So, for everybody just popping in on TikTok, we are dual streaming this live onto TikTok and to YouTube.
Because that's the way we roll, baby.
It sounds more technical than what it is, really. It's easy. Yeah. You have one of your phones on TikTok, the other your mate's phone on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's it.
User 533118. What's your name? What's your name?
You were getting ignored.
Tony! Don't say Ezekiel. Alright, Doobie.
You see that fire over there? Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Don't you bring my mother into this? I think every time. I just don't know why I found that clip so hilarious.
I built that fire and then I fucked him up.
Next to it. You son of a bitch.
Heidi, hello.
Oh dear. Heidi.
Doobie.
Heidi, hi. Heidi, hi.
So, everybody is back on TikTok, what's meant to be in the... Folks are joining us on YouTube as well. Excellent.
Beautiful.
So, it's going to go dark shortly because we're going to be doing this experiment where we'll both have a go at it again and we'll go write the results down.
Yeah, that's right. We thought we'll have a little bit more of this tonight. Oh, Dave the Dalek says, hello, how do I get into paranormal investigating? My best advice for you, Sarah, is just start doing it. Start at home. No. Start at home.
You don't have to spend a fortune on equipment either.
No, you've probably got it all. You've probably got it all. As long as you've got a notepad and pen, a torch, something to take recordings on, you can start with that. Oh, and a camera of any kind.
You could start filming on your mobile phone. Most people do nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't rely on these ghost apps, though. I would say that.
Doobie said you've been forced into finding us on YouTube, so that's got to be a good thing. Yeah, all right, excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah, excellent.
Did you subscribe?
Oh, just by the way.
If you go down there, there's years worth of mini investigations. What we've done, some really good ones.
Yeah. Some of our best finds.
Check out. It doesn't get enough mentions, but the Old Nick Theatre, which is an old Victorian prison.
Oh, that was a good one.
I believe I captured a child on camera, but everybody else saying it's just something behind. It's not, because we checked that room. We both checked it. Just check it out.
Yeah. Check it out. Check it out, guys.
Good evening. Who's that?
Tracy.
Good evening.
It's Tracy Cartledge. Good evening, Tony and Mark. Hope you're both okay. We are very well, thanks, Tracy.
Hello.
Thank you.
Who's that? Doobie. Is it Debs? Hi, guys.
Debsy, good evening, guys. How?
So if you are popping in on YouTube, just type in the comment section. We can give you a shout out.
Simply Unique. Hey, guys. Great to see you with us. Miss Fox, hey. This is Wunderbar. Don't forget, guys, keep tapping those screens. Tap
Wunderbar.
like mad.
Tap away. If you press and hold the screen on TikTok, you'll get a drop-down list and just share it with all them friends on that drop-down list.
Yeah.
So shall we start this experiment?
Let's start this experiment. Do you want to go again?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah.
I'll go first. Don't forget, take some shots of that mirror as well.
Yeah. Do you know what? I will.
So the headphones, for those that are watching, there's going to be some white noise played into it. So all I will hear is noise.
And when you're wearing these babies, you cannot hear a thing.
Can't it? The noise cancelling, aren't they?
Yeah, you only hear the noise that's being piped in. They are proper industrial noise cancelling headphones. People wear these when they go clay pigeon shooting because you can see the two little microphones on the front. The headphones like counteract the sound that comes in, and you can adjust the volume of that sound that they pick up by these buttons here. And you can literally clap in front of your face, and you can't hear the clap. It is the weirdest sensation.
So this is not, we are not using the PSB7 as some people do. We are just playing white noise in it, and there'll be a strobe light.
That's another experiment. That's a take on this, but it's another experiment.
And we did it a long time ago before any of them started doing it on these TV shows. Yes.
Right. Okie croaky.
So I'm going to do what I did last time. While I'm doing this experiment, I have my eyes open. And I never did that before. I think that's why I got different results. I have my eyes open as long as I can, and then I blink, and then I open them again. And that red strobe, it does something.
It does something.
Do you know you can buy the Crying Boy on eBay? Who's that asking? I've actually got a couple of Crying Boys at home, yeah. Some of the original prints. I won't let them live in my house anymore. They're actually in the shed.
In your shed, aren't they?
Because I have so much bad luck with them around.
Right, let's just set this.
Have we got a blindfold?
Yeah, I'll grab that for you. Right, what we use is a little white noise generator on this iPod. It's just ideal. What's the name of the headphones? They are really good ones, actually. They're by 3M and the Peltor. They're a ProTac 2. If you can see them.
And that one as well.
3M Peltor ProTac 2. But they were got especially for this experiment, really. Right, excellent.
So we need a strobe.
Sorry.
And we need the blindfold.
I'm missing out the feeds if anybody's interested on
YouTube.
On YouTube. 3M Peltor ProTac 2. And they're absolutely bang on. They're absolutely spot on.
So that's the strobe. Doesn't look like much. Oh, by the way, if you're prone to having seizures or fits, turn off now. Because this can trigger that.
And that's what we're listening to. I think you can hear that. It's really quite a definite noise in there. It needs to be right in your face, not just in the
I'm going to put
background.
the strobe there in front of me.
There you go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The blindfold, look, it's got ping pong balls.
Ping pong.
That's so I can have my eyes open while I'm being flooded with this red light. That's really to protect my eyes. See some of these comments before. High frequency. What frequency is it at, Tony? Can you remember?
It is all adjustable. You can go for white noise, pink noise, brown noise. But it is, we're using a 20 hertz frequency. Sorry, we've knocked the 20 hertz right out. And on the high pass filter, we're at 22050 hertz. That's boosted all the way up.
Hello, Babs. So if you're watching and you're watching on YouTube, if you can get this sort of equipment, try it yourself. It's really, really good.
We tend to work with it's called a pink-white noise. So yeah, great. I think that's a good explanation of everything. So
We'll have to put the lights out in a minute.
let's just get this in front of your face.
I'll move over if you want.
No, it's all right. You stay where you are.
I can't have them on, can I?
That can sit just there. That'll be about perfect. Right, great. So there we go. Right, let's turn this off.
I'll wait while you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. You just go for it. You just go for it. Let me just make sure that door's shut. There we go.
Yeah, we might have to turn that lamp off.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Say when you're ready, and I'll.
Yeah, it's alright. You put all your gear on, and when I'm ready to start, I'll just give you a couple of taps on your shoulder, and then we'll leave it a couple of minutes because it takes you a while to get into the zone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then after that couple of minutes, I'll start asking questions.
Yeah.
All right. So you just take your time and get comfortable. Alexa, turn off lamp.
Okay.
Right, so while Mark's sitting there now, he cannot hear me whatsoever. He can't hear a damn thing. So Mark's going to be speaking out any sensations he feels, any smells he may come across. If he feels colder on one side than the other, he's going to mention that. Any names that come through, anything, any sensations, any verbalizations in... Oh, here we go. Looks like we're starting already. And we're starting at 8:12. Okay, so just give Mark a couple of minutes to orientate himself. But we've done this experiment everywhere. We've done it in graveyards. We got some excellent results doing this up at the old Delapole. Sorry, just read these comments. Tony, hello. Ghost says, hello, you were looking for me. Maybe. Right. Yeah, up at the old asylum site in Willoughby.
Hey.
Oh, here we go. So if there's anybody here in spirit, you seemed pretty keen talking to Mark when he was doing this last week. If there's anybody here in spirit, we'd like you to know you're invited in. Come and use Mark as an open channel. You can speak to him. We encourage you to do all sorts for this experiment. You cannot harm him. You can touch him. You can speak to him. Please, if you can, tell Mark your name. If there is any spirit there, you want to communicate with Mark, it's only polite that you tell him your name. Can you tell him your name? I'm Tony. Chap with the headphones on is Mark.
Ooh.
It does take a couple of minutes to initialise for things to start happening. It doesn't happen all of a sudden. So I'm going to repeat that first question again. If there's anybody around, anybody in spirit who would like to communicate with Mark, Mark is an open channel tonight for your conversation. You can approach him if you tell him your name. So if there's anybody around in spirit, I know you were very keen to make contact last week. We encourage you.
I can see some letters on the side of an aeroplane. A H 1 7. I think it's 0.
So what's the significance with the aeroplane? If there's anyone in spirit with us and you're giving these messages...
I'm seeing a There's an aeroplane, the silver one, like a metallic, and it's an old plane and it's going in the water. AH. There, get water all over my face. It's making me go a bit funny. I think it's a German aeroplane. The letters are black. Ooh. I'm freezing. There's an angry man in uniform. Can't breathe properly. Choking me up. It's moved away. It's moved away.
So I'm talking specifically to the spirit who's giving these pictures to Mark, who's communicating with Mark. Can you move closer? Can you stop moving away? Can you come back? Can you give us more information about this plane? And also who you are? Can you give us a name? Is there a name attached there? We do mean this respectfully. We'd love to have information about these things.
Again, pins and needles on the back of my hands. New love. Robert.
Is that your name? Is that the name of the pilot? Is this another entity?
Cold. Oh, it's weird. There's like a mixture of cold and fire, burning. Back of my hands are really.
Can you give us a little bit more information? You managed to supply us with a name on request. I'm taking that was your name. Can you repeat it again to Mark? Just for clarification.
Backs of my hands are burning. The fire. There's somebody on my right again in the cold.
Is that the same entity? Is that the same spirit as before, or is this a different spirit? Is there a different spirit? If there are any spirits around Mark, communicating with him, how many? Can you give us a number? How many spirits communicating with Mark?
There's a tunnel. Being drawn to go down this tunnel, but I'm not going to go in it.
How many spirits are around Mark at the moment? Can you tell us? Can you
I feel like I'm getting pushed into this tunnel.
Any spirits communicating with Mark, as I said at the beginning, you are not allowed to harm him. You are not allowed. If you are malevolent, you need to stop and you need to back off now. Can you collectively tell us?
She was pregnant.
Who was pregnant? Can you give us a name?
Somebody. Do you remember going up the stairs? Take that memory. Ooh.
Can you tell us how many spirits there are trying to communicate with Mark, please? Just like to be able to put a number on it. Can you respond to my question? How many
There's
spirits?
a lot more spider webbing. A lot more than last time. So there's like this male, and he's behind me, but he's coming and he's trying to make me jump. He's trying to shout. I can't make out what.
Just like to point out that you do have permission to touch Mark. You don't have permission to harm him in any way.
Duncan. Duncan.
Duncan, is that right? Is that your name? Duncan, can you give us a second name?
Duncan.
Can you give us your full name?
Gypsyville. Yeah.
Is that Duncan? Is that the same Duncan from Gypsyville? Is that where you were from? Can you give us your full name? What about Gypsyville? Is that where you used to live? Is that where you used to live? Because that's very local. Is there anybody else with us?
Dude.
All right. Alexa, turn on lamp.
Okay.
There was someone threatening me then.
Was they? How long do you think that session lasted for?
Maybe 6 or 7 minutes. Is that about right?
That was half an hour.
What? No way. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I was only in that for a couple of minutes.
No, give or take.
There was something threatening me at the end. I had to take that off then. It was telling me it's going to take my soul.
Oh, sorry, no. I'm reading this one. That's 8:12. It wasn't half an hour.
16 minutes.
So, yeah. Yeah, 16 minutes, give or take. Yeah, half an hour. Hell mercy. Yeah, okay. So, what did you come out of that convinced of? Tell us about the conversation. Let me take you through it.
It was a lot different. It was almost
Yeah, it
immediate.
was.
Where
Yeah.
As soon as I put that on, within 15 seconds, it was there. This, like I described before.
Okay.
But there's more what I called spider webbing, real thin black strands.
Yeah, that's strange. You described that last time.
There was more of it, a lot
Yeah.
more of it. And I don't know what all that is because I've never encountered it before, apart from the last time we did it.
No, that is strange. Do you have full recollection of that information you were given? Shall I run you through it?
Yeah, because I can't remember.
Right, okay. So, round about 3 minutes in, you started off by shivering.
It was freezing.
You went, ooh, and then said, eh.
I was seeing I could see letters.
Yeah, you said, I could see some letters on the side of an aeroplane, AH170. And then he said, it's a silver aeroplane.
I thought it was German, but how can it be if it's in British writing?
Oh, they still use the same letters and numbers. It's just letters, isn't it? They're gonna be the same. Then he said silver aeroplane, metallic, old plane, going into the water, AH. Getting water all over my face. It's making me feel a bit funny.
Yeah, it was. I could feel it just hitting me, and it was pressure around my throat, like I couldn't breathe.
Right. And then he said, I think it's a German plane. The letters are black. Silver. I'm freezing. Angry man in uniform. Can't breathe properly. Choking me up. And then it went a bit quiet. And the question was, can you come back? Then you said, pins and needles on the back of my hands. Then he said, new love. Robert.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't even remember saying that.
So Robert Newlove. So we've got a name. We've got another name. And then he said cold.
Yeah, it was kind of a mixture because I was in the water and I was freezing, but it was like there was a fire as well.
Yeah, you said
in my hands.
Yeah, you did go on to say it's weird. There's like a mixture of cold and fire burning back of my hands. Backs of my hands are burning. Fire. Somebody on my right again in the cold. And then you said there's a tunnel being drawn, but I'm not going into it. I feel like I'm getting pushed into the tunnel. Then you said she was pregnant.
Can I just describe this tunnel?
Yeah.
It wasn't a tunnel what you think like a black arch. It was grey and it was solid square brickwork, as if I was being, somebody was trying to push me down it and get me into this tunnel to take me away somewhere.
Right.
And I wouldn't let them, so I'm not going.
Right. Yeah, crazy. Hi, Jack.
Right, Jack.
It was just after that we could hear someone walking and banging around. Oh, yeah, don't worry about that. They've just moved in upstairs. And they've been doing a lot of walking and banging. I think they're moving bits and bobs around. Oh, Barbara says, just Googled AH-170, came up with the silver Cessna plane.
What's the Cessna plane?
It's an aero, but I've flown one. It's a small single-engined plane.
Right.
Yeah. There you go. Wow. Okay.
I ain't got a clue. It just pops in, doesn't it?
Wow. So, after that, after you said she was pregnant, I say, who was pregnant? Do you have a name? Then you turn to your right and then turn forward again and said somebody... Long pause. Then you said, do you remember going up the stairs?
Oh, that was aimed at you.
Oh, was it?
That message was for you.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Hold that memory or something, and I don't know, it was a woman.
Do you remember going up the stairs? Take that memory.
That was aimed at you.
Right, okay.
Whatever that means, I don't know.
Do you remember going up the stairs? I'll have to have a think about that, I don't know. And then you turn to the right again and go, ooh.
It's always that side, isn't it? Always there.
It's the side where the mirror is. And I just realised we put the strobe on the top of the bloody camera box. But anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Then he said there's a lot more spider webbing than last time. So then there's like this male. And you start to, so then there's like this male. Right, he's behind me.
Did I go American?
Trying to, no. It just sounded like something Bob would say out of Bob's Burgers. So then there's like this male. He's behind me trying to make me jump.
Yeah.
Trying
it
to
wasn't
shout.
very nice, then.
Duncan. Then I said, can you give a full name? Then he said, Duncan, Gypsyville.
Right. I think that might have been more Gypsyville, the area,
Yes.
than the surname, because it was that sad.
Yes. I did mention that Gypsyville is really local to here. It's a place that's quite near.
Yeah, I ain't got a clue.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
This, for some reason, it opens me up a lot more than what it did going into meditation at the Spiritualist Church.
Right.
Don't know why it does it. It just seemed this time though round, you know, like I said, it was red on the top and bottom and white in the middle.
Yes.
This time there was more white clouding me. It was just different.
Okay. Yeah. Isn't it strange?
These are really weird experiences.
Doesn't exist as an ID. Oh, right, okay.
Don't know.
Let's right, okay. So Dave the Dalek, it's the Cessna 170. A type of aircraft could be any colour. The letters on an aircraft ID, country of reg or country of registration. All right, okay. Interesting.
I ain't got a clue. That's all I saw.
Interesting.
It was silver, like a grey silver and black letters. That's why I don't know why I said German, but that's what comes to mind.
And AH doesn't exist as an ID, or right? Okay.
Would it? It wouldn't exist though, would it? If it's no longer in service, I don't know.
And Dave the Dalek, my son's a pilot. Oh, excellent. Right. Okay. Okay.
I know we're right next to the river here, where there was a lot of during the war. For those of you that live in East
During
East
the
Yorkshire,
war.
they used the river as a map to get back out. Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, it's that way, isn't it? Back out into the ocean
Yeah,
to fly over.
they did use it as a navigational aid.
And
Yeah.
did we hear duck then? And there was I do know that aircraft did go down in the water, but like I said, I don't know what. Obviously, it was really heavily bombed hull in the war, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was.
But again, picking up more information about the river, it always seems sensitive. It's because we're sat right next to it, isn't it?
Wow. Yeah. Look, they always say that rivers and watercourses carry some kind of spiritual energy. It's always stronger near a river. And to be quite honest, I don't know why. I was telling Lynn this once. I said, "Do you know, I've always worked near the river. I've always worked near the River Humber. That's I've always kind of been drawn to it. It's always been on the riverfront or very, very close, somewhere near."
I think I'm going to cut it on YouTube because we haven't had any people in for about 5 minutes.
All right, yeah, okay.
So-
Yeah, not a problem. Not a
But
problem.
we will continue on with yours on TikTok. If you want.
Yeah.
Stand on you.
Hey, Marianne. Great to see you in. It's been very